north of Edmond. This is north of Edmond on State Highway 74. Not that long ago, the traffic even here was heavy with oil-filled trucks and equipment. Man, I just blinked and missed a little tank truck. They're kind of few and far between, but there was one out here on 74 south of the Cimarron River. You see these pump jacks are still running here at the corner of, well, at the four corners, Highway 74 and 33, south of Crescent ways. That means they're still making enough money on the oil to run the equipment. That's a good sign. That was Riverside Gas and Grill. Now it's been busier, but it wasn't lonesome and forlorn on anything here this Tuesday afternoon. Downtown Crescent looks fairly active for a Tuesday afternoon. I noticed First Baptist Church back behind me a little ways here has a new building, a worship center or something. That's a good thing. Tank truck. There were two more before that, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4 tank trucks I've seen on this trip so far from Edmond to Crescent. There was an oil trucking company though on the right just south of town that had a bunch of trucks in the parking lot, had a bunch of trucks on the premises and not running around out here in the oil patch. Number 6. Okay, 8 tank trucks so far and 1 equipment truck. I couldn't tell what it was. It was oil-filled equipment. I don't think it was a drilling rig, but had a big proud American flag on the back of it that I saw in the rear view mirror. Still on 74, headed north, about to encounter State Highway 51, and this might be a tail up here. This might be an indicator. This store up here is the only store out here for about 10 or 15 miles in any direction, I believe. It's usually busy. So we'll just see what we see as we drive by. I see 4 tank trucks, or tank trailers anyway, on the premises. You know, a dead giveaway, I think, of an oil field truck is usually it's white with red mud on it around here, and there's one of those. You know, I'm just going by feel here, but I believe that I have seen this store busier several times, even on a Sunday morning. Headed west now on State Highway 51 from State Highway 74, headed toward Hennessey. And I saw quite a bit of activity on this stretch of road for months. At the height of the oil business, the height of the oil boom last time, 2013, early in 2014. Several new tank batteries popped up along this stretch of road. Several new yards popped up in the middle of wheat patches. Several new yards popped up in the middle of a wheat patch here, in the middle of a cow pasture there. You know, those heavy pavements, patches, parking lots for heavy equipment and trucks. And they were busy, and then suddenly they were vacant by the end of last year. So we'll see what we see. This is a driveway to an equipment yard that was carved out of a wheat field here, probably the last couple of years. Notice nothing on it. This is the north side of Highway 51, just west of where it crosses Skeleton Creek, about 12 miles east of Hennessey. There's a nice set of tanks that looks like it's pretty new. Nothing else on the property though. Another equipment yard, no equipment. Another equipment yard, no equipment and grass growing on it. Pulling into Hennessey from the east on State Highway 51, past another empty equipment yard about 3 miles east of here. I just noticed the one thing that is the surest sign of drilling activity is the pipes alongside of the road are gone. I'm on US 81 just north of Bison, which is between Hennessey and Enid. And there was one Sunday morning about a year ago when I was passed by 2 caravans of 5 trucks apiece headed to or from drilling sites. And you see what we see now here on Tuesday afternoon. There's a dust devil to the left. I know you can't see it on this screen, but that's the most activity I've seen on this stretch. Still on US 81 north of Bison, headed toward Enid, and I'm starting to notice the empty flatbed trailer trucks. There's been 5 or 6 of them here just in the past 5 or 10 miles. And it just makes me wonder, those trucks ought to have something on them, especially if they're route. There was another empty yard, and a few miles back there was just west of Preacher Creek was another empty equipment yard. They've all just dried up. Trucks sitting in Hennessey. Headed south now on 74, back toward Crescent, crossing Skeleton Creek. And this bridge job and this highway widening and redirection was at an interesting time. I believe that the work on this project pretty much coincided with the boom in oil prices and activity around here. And now here it is complete for average Tuesday afternoon car traffic. Back to downtown Crescent about 4:15 on Tuesday afternoon, the first day of dove season, September the 1st. Now that's something I've seen quite a bit of on this little trip. It's an oil field service company, a trucking company with what looks like more trucks on the lot than out in the field. Well, that's it. I don't claim this to be a real piece of investigative journalism. I do believe, though, that sometimes we just need to look a little harder at what we see when we drive by it in the oil patch. Mostly what I've noticed is what I don't see. The traffic's not out here. The equipment's not on the equipment yards that were put up just for this boom, it seems like. But what's most noticeably absent are those water pipes that were strung up and down both sides of the highway, 74 and 51 and 81, at the boom, at the peak. They are gone, they are rolled up and put away. Thanks for riding along with me today, Tuesday, September 1st. I'm Richard Mize, real estate editor for the Oklahoman and newsok.com.